I love Titan's Return. You guys, I fucking love them. It's fucking... Oh, it's like the best thing right now for me when it comes to Transformers and the toys. And this video is basically... Oh, hi, I'm Mike Dezaras Prime, by the way. I'm basically going to be gushing about Titan's Return. I won't be too biased, though. I will mention some negatives, but for the most part, it's all good, innit? It's all fucking great. Bit of BG. I went ages without owning a Headmaster. I've got the original Power Master Optimus Prime, so I had a Power Master, Universe Cyclonus, and the reveal the Shield Cyclonus brought me a Target Master with Nightstick. Star Saber, the Masterpiece, get me a Brainmaster. Never really had a Headmaster though. The only Headmaster I had prior to the Titan's Return line was the Energon Omega Supreme. But even then, I kind of felt like he was never really a Headmaster. I mean, he is a Headmaster in the toy and that, but he wasn't one of the Headmasters that I wanted, really, as such. I'm talking about like the Headmasters cartoon. I love that series, so I wanted Chrome Dome and Brainstorm and Eyebrow and all that, and I got them. Titan's Return has fucking given us so much, and you know, some of the decisions are a bit off, maybe, but they're easily forgivable. Like, let's say, for example, Power Master Optimus Prime. He isn't a Power Master, he is a Headmaster. And he is a retool of the Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus, but he is just so good. I fucking love this so much. Yeah, so I can overlook that. I mean, 6 shots. I haven't got 6 shot. I want to get 6 shot. I want to get Overlord. 6 shot's not a Headmaster, really. Overlord was Godmasters, but still, I still want them. And I think I've got all my Headmaster and my Titan Masters around me right now, except Fort Max, who's upstairs. But I've got a Fort Max, an articulate Fort Max. He's a Headmaster as well, double Headmaster, and he's just brilliant. And you know, he looks so much different to Metroplex. Considering he was like a retool of Metroplex, he looks just so different, and it's so good. I've got more Titan's Return stuff due today. Triptychon, Octane, and Blitzwing. But so I'm not going to be going through all of my stuff. I mean, even the pointless retools like Breakaway or Redecos or whatever, still good because he comes from Chrome Dome, and Chrome Dome is a fucking fantastic toy. He is excellent. What have I got around there that I can show off? Right, let's get to a bad point here first. Galvatron. Now, his robot mode is, I like most of it. Basically, from the neck down, I love Galvatron's robot mode. Very evocative of G1 Galvatron. In the whole, because up until Galvatron and Cyclonus and Scourge, they were all Transformers were square and blocky, and these was like the dawning of the more rounded Transformers, and you see that a lot in Galvatron. His cannon mode's really good. His jet mode's decent enough. It's just the head, isn't it? I mean, yeah, he's got the whole Megatron-looking head. His head is very Megatron-esque. But it's not supposed to be a Megatron head. It's supposed to be a Galvatron head, and what they did for that was a mask. So, yeah, you can see all around there, and you have to be really fucking OCD to line it up correctly to get the Galvatron look, and even then you can't really do it from any other angle than the front. So yeah, Galvatron, a bit of a letdown, but I got him on discount. Not really many other letdowns, is there? We'll talk about dodgy heads as a letdown. Scourge has a loose heel, and he has a very loose head. It does sit there. It's stable enough. Doesn't pop out easy, but it's just he does the whole bobbing head thing, which is a bit of a disappointment. But you know, still a good toy. I still like Scourge, and see, even the bad stuff is easy to overlook with these lines because there's just so much good in them. Highbrow, another one with a dodgy head. Mine is quite stable because what I did with Highbrow is his head is at a 90-degree angle. Because some of them you can put them in, you have to put lots of the headmaster faces the chest. Sometimes you've got to do it so it's backwards. Highbrow, I found the best one is to go in at a 90-degree. And then it tends to sit a lot better. Not brilliant, but still a lot better. I mean, honestly, I can overlook that because some of them are so tight they're terrifying. I think Megatron's head kind of comes out. Megatron's head doesn't wobble, but it does come out very easily, which, you know, I've got no issue with that. But then you've got someone like, let's see, the Voyager Optimus Prime. Which, you know, is so tight it's terrifying. And you know, that is at least it's secure, but it is a bit worrisome sometimes. But these guys are just I just love them so much. It's getting to a point now because you've got like the Headmaster gimmick, and then you've got like little separate Titans. The Voyagers are all triple changes, and it's kind of like I bought Voyager, Hound, and Megatron from the last night, and I'm instinctively thinking, I wonder what the third mode is, even though they don't have a third mode. But yeah, and also, you know, the whole thing about questioning the choice. Like Prime isn't a Power Master in this; he's a Headmaster. Astrotrain isn't a Headmaster in reality. Neither is Voyager Prime or Megatron, for that matter. A lot of Headmasters that aren't Headmasters, but it gives us versions of those toys. Astrotrain, for example, he isn't a Headmaster in the cartoons at all. No RC, wondering about that. But it gives us a decent sized Voyager, articulate Voyager Astrotrain. And that's the sort of thing I dig. I don't mind if he's a Headmaster. It's an extra little feature for it. But he is a Voyager class, articulate, triple changer. And we had Springer and Sandstorm before, didn't we? From the Thrilling 30, and they were fantastic. We never really had an Astrotrain there. Yet now we've got one in the Titans Return line that is very aesthetically pleasing, very G1 looking. I've seen the grey version. Honestly, I kind of prefer this because it kind of stands out more. Yeah, the grey one just looks a bit too dreary for my liking. You know, he does have his what do we call it? His repaint mate, Sentinel Prime. This is the Flaming Sentinel Prime, the SDCC version. And again, it's a I do really like this. Sentinel's head is a bit, it's one of those that comes off really easy on this. I saw Piau's review of the standard Sentinel Prime, and the head was really tight on there. But I don't really want it to be too tight, to be honest, because I want them to be interchangeable and stuff. But he's like fucking full-on light piping, isn't he? All the clear plastic and stuff. It's fucking glorious. I really like the look of that. And the head sculpt as well. It's kind of like got a Optimus Prime type head sculpt, but it has differences. I think they might have used that Titan Master for Lio Convoy, which is a redo of not Astrotrain, Alpha Trion. Got Alpha Trion here. Never had an Alpha Trion before, so I was really stoked to get an Alpha Trion. He turns into a aircraft carrier or a shuttle and a lion, Alpha Lion. Sorry, I don't do it as good as you. But yeah, I've got an Alpha Trion, and like, I love it. It looks great. The head is very Alpha Trion, and so major happy with this. Much love for that toy. Alt modes are, well, his lion mode's a bit dodgy, but he's got 3 modes. You don't have to use the lion mode, do you? Prime and Megatron, the pre-tools of Blitzwing and Octane, in the like G2 styles and stuff like that. A lot of good, really good stuff there. Hot Rod, he was a Target Master, wasn't he? And then a Micromaster, but he is a Headmaster in this. Again, no complaints. Very fun toy. I bought this with Chrome Dome. Took Bradley to Leicester, and he bought his wrestlers. I think he might have bought Minecraft stuff actually that time. And I bought a couple of Titans Returns and some Lego sets, and was just on the train back, and I was just like swapping Chrome Dome and Hot Rod's head, and it was fun times. Speaking of Chrome Dome, because this is one that I was. The thing is, I mentioned this in my movie toy video. Whether that gets uploaded or not, I don't know, because it did go a bit long. I probably will. Just yeah, I finally got a Chrome Dome, and I was like, yeah, you want sets, don't you? Like the full, like, yeah, Chrome Dome is apparently the leader of the 4 bastards that fell out the sky in the Japanese continuity. And yeah, I got a Chrome Dome. I was really stoked to get a Chrome Dome because he's one of my favourite characters. And you know, he's in a same-sex relationship now. Even better, because you know, I'm all for gay rights and stuff like that, and they've turned like a really good character, and they've sent him in that direction. And so, you know, much love for that. Just not much love in the way that Rewind would be jealous. I got Hardhead as well. I think Hardhead I got before Chrome Dome because Mike brought him down for me. Another very good one. I do really, I just fucking love these so much. And you know, I got Hardhead, and I got Skull Smasher, the Decepticon version. But when it came to these, I was like, because I heard Brainstorm was really hard to find. Like, one was a Walmart exclusive, one was a Takara, one was an SDCC, and I was like, well, yeah, I guess I guess I can pass on Brainstorm. It's hard because I really like Brainstorm as well, but I was willing to, you know, if I never got him, I'd have regretted it, but I wasn't actively looking for him till I bought Highbrow. And then I picked up Highbrow, and it was like, just that fucking thing with Highbrow was I've just picked him up with can't remember what else. I think I got Highbrow at the same time I got the Ultimate Lego Batmobile from the Lego Batman movie. But it kind of dawned on me. I had 3 of the 4 bastards, and you can't get to that stage. Before I had 2, it was 50-50. Picked up Highbrow, and I'm like, oh, well, the only one I'm missing is Brainstorm, and, you know, it started to bug me a little bit. Within a matter of half an hour, it was eating away at me. So I went online, I went on Kapow, and I ordered the Takara Brainstorm Galvatron. So yeah, I ordered Takara Brainstorm, and he is just fucking delicious. Retool of Blur, believe it or not. This one doesn't have the faceplate, but he is accurate in colour to the Headmasters series, and so I considering I consider the Headmasters, Master Force, and Victory as my canon over the Rebirth. Yeah, I'm really stoked that I've got a Brainstorm to match that. I did also, as you saw earlier, my San Diego Comic-Con Sentinel Prime, that came with a Brainstorm and Windblade. And this Brainstorm does have the mouth plate. It's the interchangeable head gimmick that is really fun to do sometimes. Is yeah, it works on this to a degree. From the front, you can if I wanted my Takara Brainstorm to have a mouthplate, sorry, you can do it. And from the front, it doesn't look so bad because the is it aquamarine? The turquoise of the back is pretty well hidden, and even now it doesn't seem that obvious, does it? So you can definitely get away with putting mouthplate Brainstorm on this version, on the Takara version. Other way around is a bit of a different story because there's so much turquoise that the blue kind of it seems worse in person. Kind of sticks out a bit, whereas on the other one it's so much blue that the turquoise doesn't really matter as much. But I just really like these toys, and yeah, it completes something for me because they were the only masters I didn't have any of. So I mean, even fucking swapping the Optimus Prime heads is fun in and of itself. Giving Leader Class Prime, putting his head, can't remember what they called him, Apex, and swapping out Apex and Diak. So you've got kind of like an Orion Pax going on there. And then other good thing about it is that even if you put Diak on there with the mouth plate, the put your arms in, it still doesn't look any different with Diak under there. So you can still like totally get away with that. But just little interchangeable things like that. It's not the head that's tight on this, by the way, it's the port. Because I even struggled to get, Apex out of there. If it is Apex. Oops. What's that? But yeah, I am loving these so much. They're just, I mean, Combiner Wars was decent for what it was, and I managed to pick myself up, articulate, a decent superior on Menasor, Bruticus, Defensor, and then I've got Cyclonus and what's his face, Scattershot, the Betatron one, not the Computron one, but they've all got limbs. They're all Autobot limbs, but it doesn't really matter because Cyclonus mind control and shit. But there was a lot of repaints in there, and Alpha Bravo was used a lot, and even the Silverbolt mold was used 3 times. Heavily retooled on both occasions, but still, there was a lot of that going on. But still, I still like getting them. But this is something else because, I mean, obviously the Brainstorms are similar. The heads are different, but the Brainstorms are for the most part the same. But the only like retool or redeco that I've got when it comes to Titan's Return is probably this guy, Breakaway, and he's a redeco of Chrome Dome, and Chrome Dome is a very good toy, so I have no issue with that. I also got right. This guy's a bit of a letdown. Can't remember his name actually. Twinferno, is it? probably the double dragon head, double-headed dragon one. Robot mode looks fine. His beast mode just doesn't seem to do it for me. Trigger happy, fucking trigger happy was like a real surprise. Got this the same time I got Hot Rod and Chrome Dome, and Twinferno was there as well. That's probably why Twinferno doesn't really rank high up with me, because I had Chrome Dome and this guy is just fucking amazing. He's just fantastic. And it's always it's good to have a Decepticon, more of a Decepticon balance as well. And then my other Decepticons, I've got the 3 that were aligned with Galvatron and Scorponok. Skull Smasher, he has the like weak legs and stuff, but he stands okay. He stands decently enough. No real issue other than the legs. Arms tend to pop off a bit too easy in some places, but it was a first wave one, wasn't it? And it's not going to be easy to do the croc mode. And there was bound to be some trial and error at first, so I'll let him off for that. Got Wolf Wire, Weird Wolf, or whatever they call him. Apparently there's something like I've got to be careful with his back. Haven't had any issues with it, but I am careful because I was warned, so yeah. I do like that one as well. And then obviously Mind Wipe, and I love Mind Wipe. This is the Takara Mind Wipe, because I couldn't find the Hasbro Mind Wipe when I was looking for, because I had like 2 of the 3 with the Decepticons. Obviously no Zarek, but we haven't had a Zarek, so I had 2 out of 3, so I figured I might as well get Mind Wipe as well. And they didn't have a Hasbro one on the site, so I ended up buying Takara, and then a week later or so, I saw a Hasbro one. Didn't get it, I was curious, almost did, just to see if there's any difference, but I don't think there is, from what I've been told. But yeah, I love Mind Wipe as well. It is fucking brilliant. And I think that pretty much covers my showing off my figures. I've got Octane, Blitzwing, and Trypticon to come. I'd have rather they did Zarek. I really should have voted, but I don't know if it would have made any difference, to be honest. They could do Zarek at a later date. Engineering-wise, it would be a bit difficult to do because he is smaller than Fort Max. Me and Mike came up with a way to make it work. But, yeah. I've got my little Titan Master things as well. I showed them off the other day. There's not really much to talk about with them. But yeah, really stoked about these figures. They're some of the best things I've seen in a long time. And I like Combiner Wars. And then all of a sudden these come along, and yeah, I want Overlord, 6-shot. Twin Twist and Top Spin. I don't want to get them, because I've got a Jump Starter Top Spin, I believe. Never could get Twin Twist, and I kind of like just don't really know much about those 2 characters, but there's just something that I like about them. And Perceptor, I want to get a Perceptor, and then I think that'd be it, because I don't really care about a Titan's Return Windblade, or I didn't get Blur, because Blur never really interested me much as a character. I didn't get Soundwave or Blaster. I've seen Soundwave about, but if I get Soundwave, I'm going to want to get Blaster. And I don't really know how available Blaster is right now. So, and besides, I've got the Fall of Cybertron versions, and I'm more than happy with them. So, it's, but it has been a very good line. It's, I'm going to be really looking forward to fucking just getting Fort Max and Trypticon into the base modes, and just having all my fucking little Titan Masters hanging around on their respective bases, and just fucking, oh man. And that's the thing with these, you can do your Combiner War stuff, and swap limbs and all that, and give an aerial bot a protector bot limb, and I don't really do that. But this just has so much playability, so much more playability than Combining Wars did. And again, Combining Wars, I think, was a success. In terms of the toys, I was able to get a Menasor at last, and Bruticus. I've got a Fall of Cybertron Bruticus that means nothing. He's dead to me now. And Revenge of the Fallen Superion, who again is dead to me now, because I have better versions of those, and I've got Devastator as well. So, yeah, well happy with Combiner Wars, but this is just something else. Just love it. I do think I'm coming to the end of my Titans Return collecting, but it'll be interesting to see what the Power of the Primes thing does, because it's going to be really hard to step up and match this. It's going to be really difficult, I think. We'll see. But for now, I'm loving Titans Return, and like I said, there's only like 4 or 5 more that I want, but they might surprise me. They might bring out something that I find, yeah, I've got to have that. We'll see. Anyway, 26 minutes gushing about Titans Return. I mentioned the flaws, so it's not just a one-sided thing. Anyway, I've been Mike Dezaras Prime. I might actually do a review next, because I haven't done a review in a long time ever. So, probably do a review. You shall see me next time.